Hi everyone, Deanna Fontanes here.
Chris Barrett here.
So today we're here at Sortinos at Kalahari Resorts. We wanted to give you guys a little sneak peek of an event coming up this Sunday, May 19th from 12 to 4. It's called the Food and Not Just Wine Festival. There's still time for tickets. It's just a few days away, so make sure to get online and get your tickets. We're going to throw a graphic up with a QR code. You can definitely buy your tickets.
And you know, the great thing about this event too is it's such a great value. Anytime Kalahari does something with food and beverage, they do it the right way. So it's all like local source food. It's really well done. You're not going to walk away hungry. If you do, it's only going to be your fault.
I was going to say, the samples are not bite-sized. The samples are good portions. Like Chris said, you're not going to walk away hungry. There's vendors all throughout the convention center, so you can try a bunch of different samples. All the signature restaurants are going to have tastings. They're going to have live music. There's craft vendors. There's going to be so much to do and try. There's going to be classes. So there's like cooking classes if you want to learn how to make sushi, which I want to learn how to make sushi.
Really? Wow.
So if you want to learn, you're getting cooking classes, you're getting samples, you're getting drinks. What more can you ask for?
That's right. And you know, everything here at Kalahari, as I said, is really done in a top shelf way. So when you think of Kalahari, you think of one of the greatest and biggest outdoor water parks, or excuse me, indoor water parks in the United States, which it truly is. It really is. But Kalahari really concentrates on quality in food and beverage, in retail, to provide that other experience for the guest as well. And this is just one of the examples of how they do that in a real top shelf manner.
Yeah, and I have visited a couple of the restaurants here, and I have never had a bad meal. So I'm excited for the sampling of all the other restaurants.
Never. We were talking to a lot of the chefs, and we're going to speak to the head chef just in a little bit here, but they're incredibly creative in what they do. And again, they source a lot of real fresh products, and that's what really kind of makes it amazing. And you can find that out all here this weekend.
Yeah, so we're going to talk with our general manager, Don. We're going to talk with Chef Stacy to see a couple of the dishes that are coming up this Sunday. Maybe get to try some.
But I think you have a few pictures here of things, right? Of something that we
Yeah, so we're going to show you some footage of a previous event at one of their other resorts.
Let's take a look.
So what they're going to have at this event, like I said earlier, they're going to have vendors with all kinds of food, different drinks, craft vendors. There's going to be entertainment, music, a woman with a dress walking around with champagne. I mean, what more can you ask for? So I'm going to bring Don in. Don, General Manager of Kalahari Resorts. So Don, tell us a little bit about the event and what guests can expect.
Well, the guests can expect one of the most amazing food and not just wine events that they've ever done. The entire resort will be decked out in a 70s Peace and Love theme, including the hippie bus from Shaggy and Scooby. And there's going to be over 90 vendors that will be here, everything from food, wine, great wine, craft beers, liquor, craft whiskey. We even have some trades that will be here. We opened it up to our associates, so if associates had a special thing that they'd like to do in their life, we have a couple of authors who work for us. They'll be here displaying as well. But the event will take place all the way from the convention center, all the way through the lobby, all of the signature restaurants, all of the bars. It's just going to be amazing.
So you're not just offering food and wine, you're offering way much more than
We're offering way much more than that, and I know you were here a few weeks ago and did a nice little spot in the spa. The spa is going to be open as well, so guests can see what's going on in the spa. What we want to do is we want to give all of the people in the community here the opportunity to come out and see everything that the resort has to offer. The convention space is amazing, but we have these great signature restaurants, Double Cut, Sortinos, Cinco Niños, B-Lux, our spa, just the decor, the African artwork. There's just so much to experience here.
So, like he said, there's so many signature restaurants, and there's going to be tastings at each one, correct?
Tastings and wine and spirits tastings as well. So there'll be different vendors in every single outlet where you can come here to Sortinos, we're in Sortinos, and have some meatballs or pizza or whatever it is, and then you can try some of the wine from one of the vendors that's here. So each venue will have unique tastings and vendors.
So the event is going to be convention center and each signature restaurant.
And the lobby as well. So it's going to be centered in the lobby. There'll be entertainment. Each venue will have music. There'll be live bands in the ballroom, in the lobby. It's a must-do event. That's all I can say.
I was going to say, I'm getting excited for it myself. So we know you've done this event at another resort. So since you've done it before, what made you want to bring it to us here in the Pocono Mountains?
Well, the event is so incredible, and it's an opportunity for people to experience the resort that we just wanted to give the opportunity to the 47 million Americans that live within 4 hours of our location right here to experience Kalahari, experience our passion for food and wine, and the passion that we have for our resorts. I know that Chris was saying we have outdoor water park. Well, it's an indoor water park, but we also do have an outdoor water park as well here. So we just want to be able to give all of our guests and everybody who can come to the Kalahari an opportunity to come here and experience what we're able to do.
No, I like that, because if people want to come and if they don't want to come to just one restaurant, or they want to kind of see what each restaurant has, this is a perfect opportunity. Come taste and then come back and then go to the restaurant that you like the next time.
That's the whole idea. So each restaurant will have signature items from the menu in that restaurant and drink items as well, themed. So Cinco Niños is modern Mexican food, so it's all going to be centered around modern Mexican food. And we're in Sortino's right here, so it's Italian food. Downstairs, Double Cut is a steakhouse. Each one will be very specific, and it will be a representation of the menu that we offer in those restaurants.
And I was looking at some of the samples earlier, and they're not little. Like, you guys are giving some pretty nice sized samples.
If you leave here hungry and, maybe thirsty as well, then that is not going to be my fault at all.
It is 100% your fault. No, we're just saying, definitely, if you're here and if you get in line and, like Cinco Niños says tacos, get in line again and get another taco.
That's right. I mean, it's just, the idea is just to roam the resort for 4 or 5 hours and just have a great time. And while you're doing that, to admire some of the African artwork as well. And I'll be here all day on Sunday, and if you want to know a little bit about the artwork, I'm happy to just stop me and we can have a conversation about the artwork. If it looks like it's from Africa, it is.
It is. All right, I love it. So thank you so much. We're going to check in with Chris and Chef Stacy to see kind of what you guys might have a chance to sample this Sunday.
Well, Chef Stacy, this is where all the magic happens. But before we do that, I just want to say you're watching the Pocono Television Network live right here from Kalahari. We're at Sortino's restaurant, and we're talking about a great event that's going to be happening this weekend. We can't wait for it. We know that you will love it as well. But Chef Stacy, this is where the magic really is going to happen. So Chef, talk to us about what we're seeing in front of us and what the folks may be able to enjoy this weekend. So if we could just go right down the line, you know what's happening.
Yep, absolutely. So over here you'll see our Cinco Niños spread. So this is a little sampling of what we're going to have at Cinco Niños, which will be right in the main lobby. So when you come in through our main lobby, make sure that you stop at our Cinco Niños. Here we have some of our signature tacos, so our beef taco and our marinated chicken taco. Make sure we're going to have a huge display of all of our sauces that we make in-house with all of our tortilla chips. And of course, definitely try one of the signature cocktails up there too.
So we talked a little bit about the guacamole. That's made in-house, right?
It is. So we actually make a bulk of all of our food in-house. So we have our production kitchen that'll make our salsa verde, makes our pico de gallo, makes our salsa roja, and then we're actually going to have one of our cooks out there in the front making guacamole to order. So we're super excited to put him on show so that the guests can really enjoy how we make the guacamole every single day.
Wow, that's so cool. I'm glad you pronounced all that stuff. But if we could go down a little bit more, what are we seeing in this case here, Chef?
All right, so over here in the case, so this is our dessert case that we have at Sortino's restaurant. So we do showcase gelatos every single day. So we have a bakery that's downstairs it's our main bakery. They make all of our baked goods for the whole property. One of the great things that they do is our in-house gelatos. So of course we have our fireball because we have to stick with the whole food and wine event theme. We also have our lemon sorbet, our dark cherry, double chocolate, and our vanilla. On top you'll see some of our cannolis that we have as well. And then of course, because our theme is 70s love and peace, our bakery has a fantastic time decorating with the theme. So you'll see a lot of those little items throughout the entire resort.
And any reason why the liquors and liqueurs are up here? Did I say that right?
Yes, absolutely. So these are after dinner. So this is part of our display. This is actually part of our kitchen for every day. So if you join Sortino's, you'll walk right past a lot of this. So we use these liqueurs up here because it's an after dinner drink. We do add it, so our tiramisu has some Di Serono in it as well. So we try to put it on there as display, and it is a food and wine event, so we need to have lots of liquor in there and wine tastings as well.
See, that's why the magic happens. But now as we keep going down, Chef, we're starting to see the real heavy artillery here, aren't we?
Yes, absolutely. So these are the type of tastings that you'll see. So this is our Sortino spread. So you'll see some of our pizzas that come right out of our pizza oven. So our pepperoni and our cheese. And then these little bite size, they look little, but this is a full-size meatball. Our house-made ricotta. All this stuff is made in-house. We actually make all our marinara in-house as well. We make all of our pizza dough in our main bakery, and we shred all of our cheese for our pizzas. So these are the type of tastings that you'll see on Sunday.
And the big thing, too, is Kalahari's known for pizza.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
I've never had a pizza, I think, as good as the pizza that I've had here.
Yeah, so we have pizza in Sortino's, and we also have pizza in our concessions area off the water park. So as you talked about the water park, super crazy.
The indoor water
busy.
park.
The indoor part. Yeah, the indoor part, and then pretty soon the outdoor, as soon as the weather cooperates with us. But yeah, we go through, so we make all of our pizza dough in-house, we make all of our pizza sauce in-house, and we make the pizzas to order. So if you think about all our guests that are in the water park with a lot of kids, best way to feed a lot of kids at one time is a big pizza right in front of you. So we do a couple hundred a day of pizzas.
They're good. And Chef, a little bit about the wines, if we could, that you'll be sampling, and maybe some of the other, if we could step over to this side behind Zane.
Yes.
And Zane, I know, is catching some of the wines there, but what beers are we looking at?
All right, so right here we have two signature beers that we have produced just for Kalahari, so you won't be able to find it anywhere else in the Poconos. The first one is our Sunrise, so that's really designed to signature the entire resort as a whole. So we took a lot of the label and we kind of made it very Kalahari. The one to the right is more of a wheat ale, so that one has your tangerine accents to it, and that one is more about our water park. So you can buy both of the beers in any of our restaurants, and we also have it on tap in our Belux.
So if Zane could get us back to the wine there just really quick, I wanted to ask, there's a number of wine and spirits that will be here too, and some of them are local sourced, is that right?
Yes, some of them are some of the local wineries in the area. We also have Josh Wines Cellars, which is going to be down in our Double Cut. So we're super excited to get some of the bigger name wines on, but we also have our local wineries as well.
So for you, what do you like? Probably everything, but what do you like the most?
So what I like the most is I like to stick with the gelato.
Okay, you like to stick with
Yeah,
that?
I do. So we make signature gelatos every single day. Our bakery team will come up with some crazy theme. So because we have our food and wine, they did the fireball one. During the holidays, we'll also do like a mint one. We'll do a dark cherry one. During St. Patty's Day, we do a peppermint one. Easter time, they did a Fruit Loop one, which was really cool. So they get to have a lot of fun with it. So you definitely will see something very unique throughout the year if you stop in here.
And and I guess we said it at the top, and we emphasized it again, how good the food here is at Kalahari, and the restaurants are amazing.
I'm coming to join you guys.
You know,
I
okay.
was like,
We're talking
you're
about
talking
food and
and
wine.
I'm such a foodie,
So here
so
we go.
immediately I'm like, you can't leave me out of this one.
We're talking about food and wine, but I mean, the restaurant experience here is just amazing too. Just if you want to come any night to have dinner, being with local folks, but this festival kind of really exhibits everything that you guys can do.
Yeah, absolutely. So you'll actually be able to take a tour around all of the restaurants. So if you haven't been here, once you get into the restaurant and see what we're all about, and that's part of this event, is to get guests inside our building to see what we have to offer. So if you're looking for a quick bite, you can stop at Cinco Niños. You want to have a quick lunch up there, or if you go to our Belux, so we have burgers. And then if you want to have a nicer fine dining, you come downstairs to our Double Cut.
And I forgot about Belux, and what's the menu there more so for Belux?
So Belux, if you haven't noticed, if you go to our restaurant, you'll see this massive 7-foot-tall milkshake. So
They're
we
so
have
good.
those
They're
huge
so
signature milkshakes.
I've had one.
How
They
could
are
I forget?
amazing.
But you also have our burgers, right? So our burgers are really big. It's not too big where you can't eat the whole thing, but definitely try our signature milkshakes. So.
We did have some of that. We were here for an event. Somebody bought us some, and I was,
And
oh
it was
my gosh, it
delicious.
was great.
So I just want to let guests, our visitors, viewers know if they are just tuning in right now where we are. We are at Kalahari Resort. We're at Sortino's right now. We're giving you guys a little sneak peek of an event coming up this Sunday, May 19th from 12 to 4. We're going to throw a graphic up so you can see there's a QR code. Get your tickets. They're still a few days away. I mean, there's so much. We're already talking about all the samples, all the drinks, all the stuff going on this weekend.
Yeah, we're super excited to have all our guests here and really show off our property, show off everything that we're all about, on top of having all of our local vendors coming too.
Chef, there's something we forgot to talk about. We forgot to talk about the educational component of this.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so not only are we going to have all this great food and wine in all our restaurants and see our resort and everything, but we're also going to have special sessions. Here in Sortino's, George Sortino, the namesake of this restaurant
I was
himself.
going to ask that.
Yeah, George will be here, and he's going to do a pasta setting here. And we have our sushi chef will be doing display. I know you got to talk to Stacy about what her favorite thing was. Well, you're going to find me in the Camus session, the Camus wine session. That's where you'll find me on Sunday. So if you're looking for me, that's where I'll be.
So yeah, that was my question. I know you kind of said so if there was like a must-try, top pick of the whole event,
I would say the gelatos.
still the gelatos.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be in the Camus
Still
section.
there, okay.
But if there's a must-try that you have to
Yeah.
do, the company actually started as a pizza company. Okay, years and years ago in the Wisconsin Dells, Todd and Sherry Nelson opened up a pizza parlor, and that's how they learned and started their hospitality businesses. Now it's grown into these fantastic world-class resorts. So if you've never had the pizza at Kalahari, come and try one of these great pizzas this Sunday.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess I got to try the pizza.
And if you're ever in Wisconsin, that's the best food bar I've ever been at, too. They still own it, which is awesome.
The Pizza Pub actually is owned by a friend of Mr. Nelson's. So Mr. Nelson's in there often. So,
Oh
yeah.
gosh, the food there is
Yeah.
the food there's amazing. But I wanted to ask about Sortino's because when I saw the photos before, I wondered about that. So he's gonna actually make macaroni from scratch.
Yeah. So on our macaroni and cheese that we have here, we actually make it from scratch for the kids. We do have to let a lot of kids know that we do make it from scratch because some kids kind of do the blue box and some don't. So we got to kind of pick. But we do. We make the macaroni and cheese from scratch here and in double cut.
Wow, this is going to be a really cool event, isn't
Yeah.
it? So
I'm excited. I like the fact that that you guys are offering so much. The food samples that are not just little samples, they are hefty samples, substantial hefty. So like we said earlier, if you leave hungry, that's on you.
And I think there's a QR code on the screen
Yes.
right now, so if folks want to, just scan that code and be able to purchase tickets right there. You can do it, and really, it's a really great value. It's an amazing value you've heard some of the things that you can do this weekend, some of the things you can sample. It's an incredible value for the ticket price. There's no question about
But
it.
it's not even just coming to sample. Like we were talking about, it's an experience. So it's you're tasting food, yes. You're tasting drinks, yes. But you're getting the vendors, all the entertainment, the classes, the
classes,
like I
that's
want to
cool.
learn how to make pasta and sushi and all that.
Well, just the resort experience, and that's what our whole resort experience is always about, is encompassing. You come here all under one roof. You never have to leave. So come on Sunday, all under one roof, have a great time, plenty of food, plenty of drinks, experience Kalahari, and just have a wonderful time.
Yeah, right now we're showing you a little bit of B-roll from a previous event so you guys can kind of have an idea of what to expect when you come.
Right, and I think as we said before, there is an indoor water park. Obviously, one of the biggest in the United States. There are a few Kalaharis located across the U.S. There's also an outdoor experience here too, with a water park, but also doing some other things, miniature golf, right? And there's a couple of other things that folks
Miniature
can do here.
golf, laser tag, and an incredible ropes course. We even have a ropes course for the little gorillas, so for the little kids can do the ropes course. Gorilla Grove is one of the best kept secrets that we have here in Kalahari.
And that's part of the resort experience, and it's up here on a mountain. It's beautiful air. It's just a great all-around experience to spend 2 to 3 days here in the Pocono Mountains. So anything you guys want us to know before we send it back to everybody?
No, we hope to see everybody here on Sunday and hope everyone enjoys themselves. Last thoughts?
Yeah, just come and enjoy the resort, have a great time, and we look forward to meeting you.
So one thing I do want to say is this is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. We want to thank everybody who's watching us, whether it be streaming, whether it be on any of the cable systems we are currently on right now, or if you're watching on WDPN 2.8 in Wilmington, Philadelphia. We love having you here, and without you guys, we can't be here, right, Deanna?
Yeah, and don't forget, there's events coming up from this Sunday all the way through the summer we always have events. So go on our website, poconomountains.com/events to check, get dates, times, get your tickets. I love that we have so many events in the Poconos.
That's right.
There's something to do every weekend.
And that's right. So now we're in the spring. This is just the beginning of the summer, and there's a lot to do here in the Pocono Mountains. So for the Pocono Television Network, I'm Chris Barrett. Thanks for watching.
And I'm Deanna Fontanez. We'll see you next time.